Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome. My name is Poodle. I'm a finance girly and also a dog on the internet. And over here, I like to make investing, budgeting, and personal finance videos. Today, we're going to be talking all about my investing during the month of September, how much I invested, how much my net worth changed, some of my investing goals, and things like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. And let's get into the video. Now, let's start with how much money I invested in September. So here's a little chart of everything I invested in September. And the biggest portion of this chart is what I put into my individual account. So I just have an individual brokerage account with Fidelity, and that is my biggest account. That's where I have the most money, and right now that is where I am putting the most money. So in September, I invested $1,555 into my individual brokerage account. Next up is my Roth IRA, and I invested $885 into that. Now, the smallest part on this chart is my 401k, and in total, $401.37 was put into that account. My contribution was $267.58, and my employer contributed $133.79. This brings my total amount invested for September to $2,841.37. This is pretty high for me, which is very exciting, but there's a couple things that affected this. So August was a 3-paycheck month for me, but my final paycheck was right at the end of the month, so I didn't have enough time to invest that money before the end of August, so that went into my September investing. So all of the after-tax money, so like my Roth and my individual, that was partially helped by that third paycheck, but my 401k contributions went to last month's investing. Also, I have a goal for the year of investing all of my side hustle income, and if you watched my previous video going over my income and my spending in September, you'll know that I got about $800 in side hustle income. $800 is kind of a high month for me, which very exciting, very happy about that, and that all went straight into my investments, so that's also partially why this number is so high. I don't know if I'll be able to do this next month, unfortunately, but I'll try to make this number as high as I can. So now let's take a look at my finance tracker over on Notion. If you're interested in getting this template for yourself, I have it linked in the description along with a little discount code for you, so be sure to check that out. And let's scroll down here to the net worth section. So, a couple interesting things. So a very exciting number is up there at the top, and my current net worth, which is all of my assets like my Roth IRA, 401k, individual, my cash. I don't include my car in this. I just prefer not to because I don't want to have to try to like calculate that. You know, if and when I sell my car, then that'll just go into cash, of course. But my current net worth at the end of September is $74,903.55. This is really crazy to see because my goal for the entire year was $75,000, and I'm $100 away at the end of September. This is pretty crazy for me. As soon as I get some side hustle income, or if we have a good day in the stock market, I will hit my net worth goal for the year. I never expected to be able to say that in September. I assumed that $75,000 would take definitely until the end of the year, and I was even thinking that that was a stretch. Like, I thought like, oh, there's no way I'll hit that much, but oh man, like I'm only $100 away? I still kind of find it hard to believe. So let's look at this breakdown here of my net worth for September. So I had $8,880.02 in cash. This is between my checking account and my emergency fund and some other little sinking funds I have. My individual brokerage account was at $38,068.91. My Roth IRA was at $23,941.40. My 401k, $3,922.95. And then my HSA, $90.27. So we've had some big jumps this past month. My Roth IRA jumped up $2,000. My individual jumped up $3,000. I'm very excited by this. So we've had some big jumps these past 2 months. My Roth IRA jumped up by 2 grand, my individual by 3 grand. Now cash did go down a little bit, but that's okay. In total, my net worth changed by $4,040.87, and I only contributed $2,841.37. That does include my employer match, but I count that as like income I made, you know? So that means like $1,200 was just the stock market, which is very exciting. I've been saying excited and exciting a lot this video, but like, I don't know what else to say. These numbers are really great and I never thought I'd hit them this early. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens by the end of the year. So that brings me actually into my goals for the year. So again, my goal for the year was $75,000, which I am almost there. And I think once I hit that, I might make a stretch goal for the year of maybe 85 or 90, because I think that would put me on track to hit 100,000 by my birthday in February. I do think 100,000 by February is a little bit of a stretch. Now, I know a lot of that is dependent on the stock market, so I don't know if I can actually do that, and there's not a lot of control I have in that, but I do really like setting high goals for myself. I find like a really difficult goal to be motivating to actually like work to finish it, and I like just seeing where I end up. And then my other goal of Coast Financial Independence. So a little recap of what Coast Financial Independence means is that once I hit that number there, I will not need to invest any more money in order to have a retirement that I'd like to have when I'm 65. Now, I hope and plan to retire in like my 40s, but it's nice to know that even no matter what happens, my retirement at 65 is pretty guaranteed at that point. So that's a pretty big goal for me, just to have that peace of mind. Now let's come down here to my completed goals, and you will see that I maxed out my Roth IRA for the year. I was able to max this out with my 3rd paycheck from August that carried over to September, and I just made that final investment, and we are done. So now all of my money that I'm investing is just gonna go straight into my individual brokerage account, and I don't have to worry about my Roth until next year. So those are all of my current and completed goals coming up. Maybe I'll come up with some other ones, because I like having a goal. I like being able to check things off, but a lot of things like this are dependent on the stock market, so it's kind of hard for me to plan, but I don't know, maybe I'll come up with something. But either way, I'm just planning on stashing away as much money as I can right now and keeping my spending as low as possible. But you will see in my like monthly reset videos that I like to do fun things, of course, you know. I don't save all of my money, but I don't like to spend a lot of money on a lot of things, honestly. I don't like buying a lot of stuff. Going out to eat is kind of my vice, but you know, that's fine. You gotta have something. And that's it for this investing video. That's everything that happened in September regarding my investing and net worth. September was a really, really crazy month for me, and I'm really excited to see what happens next month and the rest of the year. Be sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for my next videos to see if I hit these big goals, like if I actually hit 100,000 by February. We'll see. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.